It's probably the worst part of assessment writing. The blank page. You've read a lot. You understand the assessment question. You know you've got the answers, but you just can't get what's in your head onto the screen. Well, here's the secret. You don't want to start with a blank page like this. You want to start with a blank page like this. Experts in assessment writing like Nash, Samuels, and Gabati, and Sword suggest that a good first step to take when writing assessment is concept mapping. And this is how HIS140's Task 1 is structured. Firstly, you're going to organise your ideas visually using a concept map. Once you've done this, writing a 300-word statement should be as easy as A, B, C. So in this video, we're going to discuss concept mapping and using Padlet for HIS140's Task 1. Let's start with concept mapping. You've probably made a concept map or a mind map before. Many of us learn the technique in school. Novak and Canis define concept maps as tools for organising and representing knowledge. They include concepts, usually enclosed in circles or boxes, and relationships between concepts are indicated by a connecting line. These connecting lines can also be labelled using linking words or phrases that describe the relationships between concepts. But how do we get from this to this? Well, according to Nash, the first step in creating a concept map is a brainstorm. Brainstorming involves getting all of your ideas out of your head and onto the page so you can see them and organise them. To brainstorm, think of a central concept, like an assessment question, and any idea you can think of that might be related, write it down. Yunson describes a brainstorm as a method of creating ideas by deferring premature judgment and concentrating initially on quantity rather than the quality of ideas. The part about suspending your judgment is very important. If you start judging your ideas as good or bad at this stage, you'll stall that creative flow that generates good ideas. So while brainstorming, don't think too much about how useful the ideas are. Evaluating your ideas comes later, at the concept mapping stage. Now you've got all your ideas down where you can see them, it's time to start organising them. Some of the ideas on the page will have relationships, and now is the time to identify those relationships. You can colour code to group ideas together or organise hierarchies in ideas, and you can draw lines to show relationships between ideas and label those lines to describe those relationships. And pretty soon, before you know it, bam, concept map. At this stage of the assessment process, you can start to pick the best ideas and get rid of the others. You can also identify gaps in your knowledge to direct further research. As early as the concept mapping stage, you might also see the structure of your final assessment emerge. For example, 3 different branches in a concept map or groups of colours might become, for example, 3 body paragraphs in an essay. Too easy. In this way, your concept map becomes a map for a written assessment. For Task 1 in HIS140, of course, you'll be submitting 2 works, a concept map, and the written work that results from it. Now here I've made a concept map the old-fashioned way, with pen and paper. But because it is the 21st century and we're living in the future, we are making the suggestion that you produce a digital concept map, which brings us to Padlet. But what is Padlet? Well, Padlet is a digital corkboard that lets you pin multimedia items. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to create a Padlet account and how to use Padlet to create your concept map for HIS140. All right, the first thing we're going to do is make a Padlet account. So open your internet browser and go to padlet.com. Now, once you're on the Padlet homepage, you want to click the pink Sign Up button in the top right-hand corner. On this new page, you will need to enter an email address. I would suggest using your UniSC student email address. I'm going to use this one. After you click Continue, you'll be prompted to enter a super secret password. Then all you need to do is click Create Account. Now for your membership tier, you want to select Neon. Neon is free, so you don't have to pay anything to make a Padlet. So click that pink Continue button next to Neon. All right, now you have a Padlet account. Click the pink Let's Go button. Now to create your Padlet with the concept map for HIS140, go to the pink Make a Padlet button in the top right-hand corner. You will be asked to select a format for your Padlet. Now you will need to select Canvas. It is only in Canvas that you can make a concept map. So we're going to select Canvas. Now the next stop is designing the appearance of your Padlet. Now, the first thing to do is to enter a title and description. I would suggest very clearly labeling your Padlet so that both you and your tutor know what it is and who it belongs to. So for title, I'm going to put in the course code and the task and the fact that it's a concept map. And for the description, I'm going to put in my name. And when you're happy with that, you can click the pink Done button. Now, the next thing you can do is choose your wallpaper for your Padlet. And there's a lot of wallpapers you can choose from. There's colors, gradients, textures, patterns, photos. If you select custom, you can also upload your own image or draw or insert a link. For this Padlet, let's go with some clouds. And once you're happy with your wallpaper, you can click the pink Save button in the top right-hand corner. Now, the next step will be to click anywhere on the wallpaper, and that will close the settings menu. Now, before you begin posting, you do need to adjust the privacy settings on your Padlet so that only people you share it with can see it, and so that only you can write in it. Now, that means the Padlet will definitely be your work when you submit it. So to change the privacy settings, click the little arrow in the right-hand column, and then go to where it says Privacy. You want to click on Change Privacy. Now here, make sure that Secret is selected. This means that the public can't access your Padlet, and only people you choose to share it with will be able to see it. Down the bottom here, it says visitor permissions. Right now it's on can write, which is bad. That means anyone who sees the Padlet can make changes to it. So we want to change that to can read. And that means only you can make changes to your Padlet. Now to close that, click anywhere in the settings menu. And make sure to click that pink save button in the top right-hand corner to save those privacy settings. Once that's done, you can click back anywhere on your wallpaper and you're done. Your Padlet is all set up. Now it's time to start creating that concept map. So to begin adding posts to your Padlet, what you want to do is click on that yellow plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. And this will create a little tab where I can start to create a post. So there's a spot for the title. Let's pop in complexity. And there's a little space down the bottom where you can add some extra text. So let's do that as well. Let's explain ourselves a bit more. Now, between the title and the text, there is some options to add multimedia items. So there's a spot where you can upload files from your computer. If you click on it, it will open up your file folders. There's a spot where you can take a photo. You can also attach a link, if you like, from anywhere on the internet. And you can also search the internet for things to add to this post now. So I'll click on that. You can see we can add images, GIFs, I do pronounce it with a hard G, YouTube videos, you can add songs from Spotify. Let's add an image to this post and we'll search for complexity. There we go. We'll pop this one in. Beautiful. And when you're happy with your post and you want to put it onto your Padlet, click that pink publish button and it will appear. Now you can move this little box by clicking, holding, dragging and dropping. So if I do that, I can move it anywhere around the page. Now there is a set top and a set left-hand corner, so I can't get it any further top or left, but I can drag this post as far right as I want and as far down as I want as well. So you can make your map as big as you want. Let's pop that in the middle there. Now, if you want to change your post, you can. So if we see up the top here, I've misspelt complexity. So if I want to edit it, what I need to do is click on the little kebab menu in the top right-hand corner, and that will provide me with some options to change the post. So if I go to edit post, it'll give me the opportunity to change what's here. I can change the image if I want. I can get rid of that. Add a new one. Whoop, let's not open the photo booth. You guys don't want to see me. Yeah. And let's fix the spelling error as well. Once you're happy, click that pink update button. Beautiful. Now, there are some other things you can do with this little kebab menu in the top right-hand corner of posts. We can change the color. If we do want a color code in our concept map, which is pretty neat. Now, to add new posts, all you have to do is keep clicking that little yellow plus sign in the bottom right-hand corner. And that will allow you to add as many posts as you want. There we go. Let's add some more in. Right. We can move those around. Beautiful. Now, an important part of concept mapping is, of course, those connecting lines between posts. And here is how you do that in Padlet. So if we go back to that kebab menu, we get the option Connect to a post. So if I click on that, it's going to invite me to connect to any of the other posts on the screen. So let's say I want to connect to complexity. If I click on that, an arrow appears. Now what's neat about making a concept map in Padlet is you can move these boxes around. So if it starts to look a bit messy like this, I can move collective learning. Oh, and look at that. The arrow moves with it too. Beautiful. You can see here, I don't have any labels on these lines. And it is important in concept mapping to identify the relationships between concepts. Now, if I do want to add a label, I'll have to remake the line. Now, if you do want to remake a line, we first have to get rid of it. So what we do is we click on that kebab menu in the top of one of the posts. We click disconnect from a post, and it will invite me to get rid of a line with the red X. So if I click on that red X, the arrow is gone. So let's add energy to complexity, this time labeling the line. So go to connect to a post. And you might have already noticed that above the pink connect button, there's an option to add text. So let's add some more text to that. Beautiful, look at that. Now, if you want to edit the label on an arrow, you do again have to remake the arrow. So if I wanted to edit this, I would have to disconnect from a post, press that red X button to get rid of it, and remake the line. Voila! And just like that, you can start to build the concept map that will inform your written statement for task 1. Lastly, if you want to change the appearance of your Padlet, you can. All you have to do is click on the cogwheel in the left right-hand column, and that will open up the settings menu again. So you can change the wallpaper, you could change the font, maybe, and you can change the color scheme too. Now to exit the settings menu, all you have to do is click on your wallpaper again, and you're done. Now when you have completed your concept map, the next thing you will have to do is share it as part of your task 1 assessment. And there's 2 ways you can do that. You can share a link to your Padlet, or you can download your Padlet as an image. And I'm going to show you how you can do both of those things. So to share your Padlet, go to the arrow in the right-hand column, the same place where you found your privacy settings. Under Share, you can see there's Copy Link to Clipboard. Now, if I click on that, it'll copy the link to my clipboard, and then you'll have to go paste it somewhere, like so. And make sure to save it after that. Now, to download your Padlet as an image, in this same menu, under Export, you can see there's the option to save as an image. So if I click on that, it'll turn my Padlet into an image, like so. Now that you have the image, you can right-click and save that image to your computer. And that is how you can share your Padlet. Well, congratulations. Now you are Padlet proficient. Good luck with task 1, and if you have any further questions, ask your tutor.